Where are you taking them? Hello. Thank you for joining me. How are you? How was your day? Hello. Hello, Pauline. How are you? How are you doing? Is my audio okay? Can you hear me? I hope you've had a good day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for liking the video. Pauline, can you hear me? Is my audio okay? Thank you so much. I'm doubting my audio. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I wanted to make sure. That you can hear me. Welcome and thank you for being here. I really appreciate and I do not take it for granted. It's a lovely Sunday and as usual, if we get time, we come live and we interact. We know what is happening. As my title suggests, my title is all about step-by-step UK visit visa application. And so I'm going to tell you how how a few weeks ago I've done it. And the question is, what is required? What is needed? And did my mom get the visa? That's the question. So, of course, a lot of things have changed because of COVID. A lot of things have changed. Remember, Kenya was in the red list for a long time until around October, the first week of October. That's when UK removed Kenya from red list. So this is the process. So you have the person you're inviting, and of course, it's not something you thought overnight. It's something that you know it's going to happen or something that you have been planning. So the person you're inviting, definitely let them know what they need. And for one, you have to have a valid passport. If you come to Kenya, you do know that we have now the new passport, the East African passport. So the old one now is gone. So you need a valid passport and it's the new one. And then the person needs a bank statement that shows they are able to take care of themselves. Yeah. They need a bank statement that needs to show they can take care of themselves. Thirdly, they need to show that they have responsibility back in Kenya. Yeah. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that, it can be if it's your mom, then they have responsibility like your dad back home, or they have a job back home that shows they are going to go back to, or they have a child who is under 18 that they have to go back and look after. If you're employed, your employer can show that you've gone, but they're expecting you after a few weeks or a month or so. And then what else do they need from you? So we've seen that you need a valid passport. You need a good bank statement. You need someone to show that you are responsible for something back home, something that will make you go back home. And then if you have any assets, then you need probably the title deeds, or if you own a house, then you need the paperwork to show that you have your mortgage, and so on. So if you own anything, assets, then you need a proof or evidence to show that. Then you need evidence to show you need evidence to show that that thing belongs to you. Also, if you're married, it's important that you include your marriage certificate. If your marriage is customary, please include, it can be a letter from the lawyers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've seen someone else. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've seen we are coming. Please keep coming. Keep coming. Give me company. Give me company, and we are talking of everything you need now after lockdown, because Kenya is out of the red list. Lockdown is lifted. What do you need? So all those things we have mentioned, that's your part. Yeah, so that's the person you're inviting. So on the person in UK, so the person in UK, what do they need to send you? Gitonga Ali. Oh, hi Alice. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, please, you can give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. I do not take you for granted. Yeah, so the person in the UK, what do they need? The person in the UK also needs to have a bank statement. So the bank statement, definitely, it has to show that it has in and out. Yeah, so it's not a dominant account. Yeah. And then after that, what else do you do? So the person, the host, so the host will give you their bank statement. They will give you something to show their address in the UK. They will send you an invitation letter. And then it's also good if it's a family member, it's good to include, let's say probably like me, if I'm inviting my mom, then I include my children's my children's birth certificate as a proof that I have those children. Because remember, visa application is all about evidence, it's all about proof. So you include the children birth certificate there, so that when you're saying my dad is coming to visit my children, or my mom is coming to visit my children, or their auntie is coming to visit their children, so they can see realistically you have those children. So include them there. So I have my documents and you have your documents. We include, I said, and remember, it's done online. Yeah, the application is online. The application is online. So you go to www.gov.uk and you check UK visits visa. So you do it online. So definitely what they're going to ask you is your passport number. If you have an ID, if you're Kenyan, we have an identification card. So they will ask you your identification card number. You fill in there. So for my mom, I had to, she had to fill when she was born, who are her parents, when the parents were born. And they do ask if you have any criminal case pending, or have you ever been engaged in terrorism. All that is included in that application, which is done online. Yeah, so you fill everything up, and then it will take you to where you're supposed to pay. Yeah, my best, because you have to send the document back. I have to send the document back home. That is my supporting document to my mom. Then I use DHL. Yeah, so sending the documents home with DHL, it's around £40, I guess. So you send the documents back home, and the application has been done online. So what happens is, when you finish the application, you pay. Yeah, you pay for the visa that you would like. Yeah. So the visa, remember, there are 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Yeah. So the difference is that the amount of money you will pay for the visa that you have applied for. That's the difference. Yeah. So the price of 6 months will be cheaper, of course, than 2 years. So everything that you're doing, remember, even by paying, that's why it's important to have your debit card, or because everything you will pay online, or your PayPal, and so on and so forth. It's paid in dollars. I can see it's if you're probably if you're doing the application outside, like if I'm doing the application for her, then I will be charged in dollars. So I'm not sure if you're doing the application in Kenya, how much you'll be charged with. Something I noticed is the last 2 years, the last visa I applied for, compared to this one, it has increased by more than around 60 pounds, $60. So that is something to note, that maybe the last time you applied a visa, or the last time you checked. Hi, Nina. Hi, Gitonga Alice. Hi, Pauline. Nina. Hi, Nina. How are you doing? You're welcome here. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for making sure that I'm not alone on the live. Yeah. So depending on where you are, if you're playing in Kenya, you might use your Equity or National Bank, all those banks. You might use your card to pay. But if you are applying, you are applying on the behalf of the person in Kenya, then it's okay. You are going to pay with your card here, but it's not paid by cash. Yeah, because at the end of everything, you're doing it online. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. Yeah. Another thing I've noticed is, as they have increased in price, also you use TLS. TLS is it's like an agent that works with the the UK immigration. So TLS, what happens is, now you have applied, you've done the paperwork, you've done the online application, and you have made sure the person you're inviting have all your documents ready. And now they have to take the documents to the embassy. If you're in Kenya, the embassy is in Westlands now. The embassy is in Westlands. Hi, Rahab. Hello, dear. I miss you, Sana. Oi, Rahab. Me, I miss you. Yeah? Me, there is a few weeks, I have not known my right and left. Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's basically because, being a mom, being a student, being an employed person, all those things, and going back to school. So that's why I've been missing. I've been missing in action for some time, but yeah, I miss you. I miss you. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Gitonga Alice, Tesh, you remember the website you gave us, Alpenbescare? I told my friend about it. She applied and they called her. They sent her an email to send more of her credentials she sent. Wow, that's very good. That's very good. That's positive, because I've seen people saying that they have been sent emails telling them that they're not recruiting anymore, or some of them have been told to try in January. Some of them have been told to try in January, and and I had to explain it's an agency. It's an agency, and what happens is, all of us, we would like a job. So if we know an agency is recruiting, we are all looking at sending our. If I give you the information, I'm sure by the time I give you the information, another nice lady out there or another nice man out there who are content creators, YouTubers, they are also sending the message home that a certain agency is recruiting. So what happens? They get so many people applying for the job. And that's where you might find, if you have a good CV, you will find they might tell you, can you try us in 2-3 months? Or they get back to you, and if you're lucky, if you're the lucky one, and I'm praying and hoping your friend is the lucky one, then they get you. Yeah, they get back to you, and they assist you up, and they tell you what you need. So I'm so grateful. And also I have an Indian lady. She's from India, and I think they have their she's been given her sponsorship certificate. Yes, her sponsorship certificate. She's been given her sponsorship certificate, and she was asking me what I think the next process is. And I'm like, what, girl? The next process is going to the immigration. Yeah, the next process is you going to the government website and doing the paperwork, because all you need is if you're lucky to get the guys, can you please bring me the remote and please go somewhere else? Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I'm very happy for your friend. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for liking. Thank you for liking the video. And guys, as the topic is suggesting, yes, it's step by step applying a UK visit visa. What is the process? What do you need? I've done it a few weeks ago, and the question is, did my mom get a visa? What did she require? What did she require? And guys, you know what, I always want to do, I always like facts, I always like experience, my own experience, so that when I share with you, then you will remember and be like, Tesh said this is how it's done, or this is how she did it, and then it becomes easier for you and for all of us. Yeah, so we got to a point that now we have applied our visit visa on the website. We have paid, because you pay it on the website, and you have booked. So the website sends you to TLS. TLS is an agency that works with with the immigration, UK immigration. So you choose there. Now that's now you've paid the visa to the immigration. TLS, because it's an agency, it gives you everything that they are selling there. And one of the services they sell, it's scanning for you the paperwork. Yeah, so this is what you need to know. The paperwork that you have, and you're supposed to take it to the embassy these days, because remember, the embassy is in Kenya, but the decision is made in South Africa. Yeah, so how do the paperwork reach South Africa? What they do is they scan the paperwork. Yeah, they scan the paperwork. So, you know, it is what it is. Some of us might not know how to do it, or might find it like it's a bit tricky to go to the what are they called, where in Kenya, to the cyber, to go to the cyber, scan it. So it might be tricky. And some of the people also is like it can be your parent, like my mom. My mom is not that, you know, these social media things, and internet and everything. She's not the kind of a person. So what you choose on the TLS is the package that will support her. Yeah, so you choose the scan for her. So scanning the paperwork for her, it's 3,999 Kenyan shillings. Yeah, so even that one you pay with card. Alternatively, so that one is when you've booked, you know, like you've booked timings, so it's 3,999. But if you want to just go to the embassy and show up, yeah, Alice waiting for the reply. Okay, girl. Yeah, good luck for her. I pray and I wish her all the best. Yeah. So what happens is, when you're choosing there, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much. When you choose the package that you want, there's a package that even offers coffee. Yeah, it even offers coffee. So if it's your dad or your mom or your friend coming, when they're having their own coffee, the people assisting them in the embassy, they're just sending the paperwork, yeah, scanning the paperwork to South Africa. But again, it's what happens, money talks. So you'll find such a package is more than 10,000. So the me in me, I will go for the 3,999. Kwani nini? You go there, you stand there, they scan your paperwork, the paperwork goes. You go and look for coffee for 100 out there, you know. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is just be aware that after paying for your visit visa or any other kind of visa, paperwork is scanned to South Africa. If you're from Kenya, it might be different to the other countries, but if you're from Kenya, it's scanned to South Africa. So you book, like, that website will lead you through the whole process to a point that you pay the TLS, and even you can pay for the courier services. Yeah, courier services. So when your decision is made, because they call it decision, a yes or no, it's a decision. Instead of you going back to Westlands to get your passport, then what they do is they bring your passport to where it's accessible to you. It can be in Nairobi, in town, or it can be where you've told them. Yeah, all that you're paying for, it's almost 3,000. So what TLS does is to make your work easier, very easier, but and you have to remove money. You have to, yeah. So for me, to be honest, I don't normally use the courier services, because at the end of the day, where my parents live and where they, nimatia, so it's cheap to go there and get it. So I try to minimize the cost, but it's very, very important for me. I would say consider them scanning for you, because if a paperwork is wrong, or if a paperwork has something, or you're missing something, they are able to tell you. You find very nice people, so they are able to tell you. So your paperwork is scanned and it's gone. So what do they say? What you sign, there's a paper you sign, remember, and that is very important. You remember, you've scanned, the paper is gone, there's a paper you sign, and that paper is very important, because the day you will go back to get your decision, if you don't have that paper, they won't give you your decision. Yeah. Rahab, wow, good topic, Tesh. I would like to know more about what I require in order to visit UK. And if you've done a video, I will rewatch after this live. Yes, Rahab, I thought today I've done a few videos about what you require to visit the UK, but they are good. But the reason why I've decided to come live this evening, I felt that because it's now the ones I've done, it's a bit previous, yeah. But now what I'm saying now, it's something I've done maybe less than 1.5 months ago. So this is current, like that, what is going on right now. Because with immigration, what happens is a lot of things changes so much, yeah. Because there's times I used to I could invite, let's say, my mom, and she will take paperwork just like that. We didn't have to pay for scanning and so on and so forth. So this is, yeah, I will also, so if you check about visit, you will get that content. But also I will try, don't hesitate to ask me any question on anywhere you can reach me, Facebook, Instagram, email, wherever you can reach me. And also I will try and make a shorter content that shows what you need or what you require, so that again it's easier to follow when you in order to visit the UK. So thank you so much, Rahab. Yeah, so thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. Can you imagine if, I can see we are 8 of us, and that's amazing. That's you guys, you just don't know. It's amazing. It feels great not to come and talk alone. And it also feels great to see that I'm having positive comments, that people have done what the content I've made, and they have followed, and you can see the ways are paving, they're opening up for them. Yeah. So yes, so you've sent your paperwork has been scanned and you've gone home. They have told you, if you read the www.gov.uk, usually they say that it takes at least 15 working days. So when you check 15 working days, that means that is 3 weeks. Yeah, 15 working days is 3 weeks because you don't count the weekends. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. Don't limit yourself with the situation that is going on right now. Yeah, everything is so different right now. So if you're planning to visit, give yourself time, because they always say that you can if you're planning to visit, you can submit your application up to 3 months before your visit. So what they might do, they might stay with your decision for a bit longer until the day you are planning to visit now the UK nears, then they send you your decision. Yeah. So what I've learned is for them to make decision, they are taking longer than it used to be before the lockdown and before everything else. And how do you know that? You remember I've told you about TLS. So there's an app on TLS. You do it on your phone. Yeah, you do it, or you upload it on your phone. And then that app is going to show you, whenever you check, it's going to show you how far you are. So when you are so it will show you've submitted your documents. Your documents have been submitted to the decision making office, which is South Africa. And then it's 4 steps. The third step is your decision has been made. The fourth step is you've collected your passport. Yeah, so there's 4 steps. And all this you're knowing because the agency I told you, the TLS, will keep you updated. So it's very important that you know about TLS. Rahab, thanks, Tesh, for a good job you're doing. God bless you. Amen, Rahab. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for being here. Yeah. So the first week, so all you'll be doing all the time, all the job you'll be doing is to check. Yeah, you check. The 1 week has gone, so how far are you? Second week has gone, how far are you? How is your update? Until the day you will see decision has been made. Yeah, when your decision is made, that's when, depending, did you pay for a courier service? So if you paid for your courier service, maybe they have told you to go to the office in town, so you will go there and get your passport. Because when they mean decision is a yes or no. So what happens is, if it's a yes, all you find there is your passport and of your passport with a visa. If the decision is no, then you find your passport and they write for you all the clauses or everything that has made your visa to be declined. Yeah. So that's why it's called a decision. Yeah. So because they have made a decision, it's either a yes or a no. And I've explained what you find in. If it's a yes, it's a visa. If it's a no, it's an explanation of why they haven't given you the visa. And I want to say, guys, if your visa has been declined, do not feel down. If you had the right documents, maybe you might find it's only a silly mistake you did, but because they don't want to take it for granted, they have to tell you did not do this, or you did not submit this, or you did not show us that you're going to go back to your country. So if you correct that, you find that they make the decision again, and they might give you, the second time you try, they might give you the visa. But always, what I always urge you guys is always try your best to give genuine documents. Yeah, give genuine documents, because if you in UK, if your documents are not genuine, then you are banned from ever applying in UK for 10 years. Yeah. So make sure your documents are genuine, because the rest of the things that might make you not get the visa, it's something you can correct. Maybe they might say that your money is not enough. That's something you can work on. Yeah. Emerge TV, hello host and your viewers. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here, Emaj. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate. We are talking about visit to the UK. What do you need? It's a process I have undergone the last few weeks, and of course a few things have changed, and that is what I would like my people, my supporters, my fans, my viewers to just to be up to date with what has changed and what has stayed constant, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so if you go back to get your decision, if you go back to Westlands or you go back to the courier services, then remember that paper I told you, the paper that you signed. Yeah, so you go with it and they give you your decision. And you know what, I know you are anxious, you are everything, and you just don't know what to expect. But also I would like to urge you, if you are applying a visa, if you're doing anything, please always keep God first. Please keep God first, and God is always with you. Aya, guys, do you Emerge Kenya, keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can see it's 7 of us, and I know the big question is, was it successful? Did my mom get the visa? Yes, she did. She did get the visa. And that was the reason why I'm telling you that. I will move a bit. The reason why I'm telling you that it's important you carry that signing, the paper that you signed, it's because she went without that paper. And when she went there, they couldn't give her the decision. Yeah. My people, are you ready for the surprise? Mathe salimia marafiki zangu. You see, that's my mom. My mom came yesterday. Yeah. So yes, she got the visa and she's here with me. And aliniletea ngwashe ndio ana nini. You see? Ndio anazikatakata, and then we freeze them. Yeah. Was it an easier process? It's never an easy process, and that's why I said take your time, make sure that you have the right documents. Yeah, make sure you have the right documents, and make sure the documents are genuine. Yeah, so that when you go there, at least they can see that your paperwork is okay. And what I would like to say is, initially it used to take a longer time. It used to take 15 working days. The decision took more than a month. The decision took more than a month. More than, I think it was going to it was going almost 6 weeks. And normally it's 3 weeks. So it's that situation when you're like, what did I miss? What mistake did I make? But yes, I've learned a lot with the process. I've learned that now it's taking longer. Probably it's because of the amount of work they have. Yeah, probably it's because of the amount of work they have after the lockdown being lifted, and everyone that hasn't been given their passports back, this is the time they're getting it back. And also I learned that, of course, the visa now, they are high, the prices are high, the prices have gone up. Rahab, wow, say hi to mom. I will. Rahab, hey, God is good. God is good. At least I'm having fresh ngwashes and domas. And, I tasted Kenyan bread. Today. I know we have bread here, but it's always good to taste home stuff. It's always good to taste home stuff. Yeah, so Rahab, like I was saying, now you can see because this is very current. This is very current. What is happening at the moment. So you might expect your visa to come in the next 3-4 weeks, and it doesn't. not because you've done anything wrong, but it's just because they have a pile of work they're doing. And I did not check how much it's visit visa for 6 months. But I do know if the rest of the visas have gone up, like, because I keep saying there is 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, then that means even the 6 months one have gone up. Yeah. So that is something else you have to know. Oh, I had forgotten. If you're planning to, if you're planning to travel, please, I'm not saying that it's a personal decision, but I've come to see that being I want to put it politely or nicely, or if you have been double jabbed, it's helping a lot. It's helping a lot. So what do I mean by that? If you have had your both sindanos, or you're both vax, what happens is when you are applying, you have to include your certificate. Yeah, you include your certificate and your yeah, because they are giving, if you insist, like after doing it, insist on having your certificate. Yeah, and then that certificate you will include on your supporting documents. When I'm hoping that your decision is positive. When your decision comes in and now you have your visa and you're coming, there's something they're calling locator form. Yeah, there's a locator form, and locator form is to enable them that to keep people safe. So that locator form, you do it 48 hours before travel or 24 hours before travel. So it will include all your information of where you're going to live and where you have visited the last 10 days. Yeah. So we thank our God that at the moment, my country, we are out of red list. So that means we do not have to quarantine in a hotel now. Yeah. So you will write that you'll be coming from, if you're coming from Kenya, then you will write that you're coming from Kenya. Yeah. If you're coming from Kenya, so what that locator form, it will take you to a point that they will tell you what you need depending on your personal. It's very individual. Have you got the both vax? If you haven't, then it will take you for everything that you need to do. Yeah, where you need to isolate, everything that you need to do, and the kind of kit. When I mean kit, is the testing kit you need to buy. Remember all those things you're doing online. So when you buy your kit, you will have your reference number that you're going to fill it in your locator form, so that when you get at Heathrow or any other UK airport, they do not stop you from entering, or you don't get a hard time entering. Yeah. So you do all that locator form online, you buy your kit online. So the reason why I'm saying when you have your double is easier, it's because now they're even, remember, for you to get the whole kit, it might be 60, 80, 100 pounds to get the whole kit, because you're supposed to test yourself the second day, the 8th day, and the 10th day. Yeah. But if you've had your both, you only, you can buy a lateral. Yeah. Lateral one is the one that you just do it at home. Yeah. PCR is the one you send away. Okay. PCR you send away. Like you do it at home, but you send it to NHS, National Health Service. But if you have double jabs, then you can only do the lateral one. Lateral is you have the whole kit, you do your test within 5-10 minutes, it shows you. Yeah, it shows your if you are COVID positive or negative. And then you go through a procedure that now you send your results. You send your results to the NHS. Then that means they don't have to follow you anymore. You see, so it's easier when you're double. But if you haven't had any, then you have to go through all those days, the 2nd, the 8th, and the 10th. And even the kit is expensive. Sia, wow, so nice for you to have your mom. Thank you so much, Sia. Thank you. Rahab, can I get a visa when I'm still in Saudi Arabia? Rahab, is that a visit visa? Is that a visit visa? Okay, I'm not sure about that, but I would say the process is the same. The process is the same, but now for you to be able to because like I explained, you do everything online, yeah? But taking the paperwork, you have to take it to the embassy, physically to the embassy. So that is where I'm thinking, unless you know where the embassy is, wherever you are, yeah, unless you know where the embassy is, maybe it might, because at the end of the day, all they want is supporting documents, right? It's supporting documents. And do you know where wherever the country that you are in at the moment, do you know where you can physically go for maybe it's biometrics? Yeah. Nina, do they stamp the date you should leave at the airport within your 6 months, or is it open up to 6 months? No. They do not stamp. They do not stamp. They give you 6 months because maybe we come for different reasons. So you might have, Nina, you might be coming because of you're coming to see even you're coming to take yourself for a holiday. You're going to somewhere like Devon, or you're going Cornwall. It's very beautiful. So that's what you want to come and do. So definitely that might not take 6 months. So maybe you've told them, I'm coming in 1st of December and leaving 25th of December. That is just over 3 weeks. Yeah. But they will give you 6 months visa. So if you stay around your 6 months visa, then you're still under the law. Like you have not defiled what you're supposed to be doing. So the visa, they do not stamp when you're going out. It's just that it's you. They have asked you a question and you've told them when you're arriving in the UK and when you'll be leaving. But you do not have to leave if your 6 months are not over. But after 6 months, it's expected of you to leave the UK, because staying around after the 6 months, it just means you are living against the law. Now you are overstaying your stay. And of course, overstaying your stay has negative effect on your travel, like on your next travel if you want to come in the UK. And also it might affect your other countries, because what they do is, remember, even when they deny you a visa, they do write a date on your passport that they denied you a visa. So, and when you're applying, they do ask if you've ever been denied a visa in these countries. So in such countries, it might be Germany or all those countries. So they give you a list of those countries there. Yeah, so they do not stamp when you should leave, but they expect you the date that, maybe if you've been given the visa now, so for 6 months, we are in 21st of November. So your visa might be expiring, let's say 21st of April. So if it's expiring 21st of April, so it's safe to say that at least go a few days before that day. Yeah. So that you stay safe, and also to be safe. A lot of things happen. You might say that you will travel the day that you are saying, oh, it's Kenya, it's 8 hours if it's a direct flight, let me take the flight that day. And then you find the flight is cancelled that day. What happens is you are the one who will look like you're overstaying. So to avoid all those things, human errors, I would say maybe go back 2-3 days before the visa expires. And another thing, if you come the first time and you go, the second time, if you hand over your good application again, I don't see the reason why you shouldn't get your visa again, because you've created a history of good visit and going back. Rahab, yes, a visit visa. Yes, Rahab, I think I've answered. Yeah, I've answered that. It depends where you are and if you know how to physically submit your paperwork. Submit your paperwork in the embassy. Yeah. So yeah, guys, so far that's how the visit visa is going on. That is what is happening. That is what you need. And remember, even if your host statement is okay, the embassy might not give you the visa. What they check more is your paperwork, not your host paperwork. Yeah. So make sure that even when you're planning, when you're making your bank statement, like, and it has to be in and out. Yeah. Your source of income, you get money. The money is not it's just not staying in the account. No, you're using the money. Yeah. The money comes in, the money comes out, like that. Yeah. You need, I'm not saying million, but you need a stable bank statement, because the one for your host, it will not stop them from, it will not stop them from denying you a visa. All it matters is you, because you're the one coming to their country. Yeah. And there is small kind of mistakes that we make, and or sometimes we ignore. Yeah, we ignore very tiny things. Please explain. Yeah, you have write it as a letter. You know, the official letters that we write, explain everything. Yeah, even if probably you are planning to come, but all of a sudden maybe you won something, and boom, your account has gone up by probably 500,000 Kenyan shilling or 1 million Kenyan shilling. But because they're going to ask about that money, just write a letter, explain to them where that money has come from. Yeah, it can, and attach with it an evidence or a proof of where that money has come from. Like, just be an open book, so that when they're checking, they're like, okay, this paperwork looks good. Don't give them a question mark. Nina, do they recognize M-Pesa statements or only bank statements? So I would say, they can recognize any bank statement. Yeah, because you can get a statement that looks very decent from Safaricom. They can recognize that. And also, like for M-Pesa ones, it becomes very handy. It becomes handy for if you are doing an invitation and your parents or the person that you're inviting, they're retired. Yeah. So if you have in mind, or the person that will come to visit you is a retired person and you are the one that supports them, it's very important you make sure that when you send them money, that will be your proof that you're the one that supports the person. Because if the person is retired and then you do because you can be retired, but you have a source of income. Yeah. But we still have parents or the people that our families that have retired, but possibly or probably we are the ones supporting them, if I'm making sense. So if you're the one that supports those people, then when when you're doing the application, those things, those paperwork, the M-Pesa or World Remit or Western Union, they are very important as an evidence that you are the one that supports them. So what will happen is it's your statement that they will look. So that means if you are the host here, then you have to have a good statement. Yeah, but you have to show that you're the one that supports them, even if it's M-Pesa. So I would think, because these days M-Pesa is not like Kitambo. These days M-Pesa can hold a lot of money. So I would think they will consider it. Yeah. And you can see, like, most business women, it's easier for them to have their money in M-Pesa than bank. But I would say if you can, then try and have a bank account. But I feel that they will also recognize an M-Pesa statement. Yeah, the statement, let it be at least 6 months. Your host can show up to 3 months. It doesn't matter, because remember what I told you, it's all about you. Your host can send you 3 months, but for you, let it be at least 6 months. Yeah, because they want to check, they want to scrutinize your paperwork. Of course, when you're applying, remember, if you have to have a post box. You will need a post box. Kenya is post box. Here it's address. So because you will be, when you're filling your application, you'll be filling your post box. There is a place that they ask your post box. Something that it looks minor, but it can really be, it can stress your mind. It's knowing when your parents were born. The reason why I'm saying this is, like, like we have, like, for me, I have my Rukas, my Shoshos. I don't know when they were born, and their ID, like, it's 00. They put 00, like they don't know. They know the year, but they don't know the date sometimes. Yeah, so it's good to find all those documents. It's good to find all those details before you start your application. Yeah, because if you're the one coming, they will be asked, like Nina, for example, if you're applying for someone, or if it's you coming, they will ask you for your parents. Yeah, if you're, like, I would say, if you are my age, and so our parents kind of know their date of birth. But if you are like my mom's age, then sometimes to find that information is really, really tricky. So it's good. Yeah, I thought I just mentioned, it's good you find that information. Yeah. Guys, do you have any other question? Let me know. I feel like I've touched everything that it's needed. It's needed for you to get that UK visit visa. And also, I would like to, I've done this content, but I will also mention it, that you can apply for a visit visa for so many reasons. Yeah. If someone is inviting you, then that's when you need an invitation letter from them. But if you're coming for your own reasons, like just coming to visit UK, then all you need is a hotel reservation as a proof of where you're going to stay, the days that you'll be here, the days that you're saying that you'll be here. So for that one, you do not need an invitation letter from anyone in the UK. Mostly what they will check on that case is the amount of money you have in your account, because that means all the money is coming. Like, if you say that you'll be in the hotel for 3 weeks, yeah, living in a hotel for 3 weeks, I would say it's not a joke. Yeah, because that means you're eating there, all your meals. So they have, I think, I can't remember if they count it as 15,000 Kenyan shilling or 20,000 Kenyan shillings a day, that rate. So that is giving you a picture of how much you should have roughly in your account, considering they're also looking at, you're going to be paying your ticket money. So it's giving you a rough idea of how much you should have in your account. So in that case, as long as you know where you're going to visit, yeah, as long as you know where you're going to visit, then you do not need a host or someone to invite you. All you need to do is do your paperwork and submit it. Yeah, when you submit the paperwork. So there's two ways. Other people come because of business, so they just feel like, let me apply for a visit because I'm doing this business. So if you go to the www.gov.uk, you can see that visit visa stand for so many things. Some people come because of medical. They're coming for medical, to be treated, but they choose the visit visa. But when if you had paid for 6 months, or if you had the visa for 6 months, if it's over and you're not well, you can always, and you have proof, or your doctor has shown proof that you're not well, then they can always extend your visa as a fee, at a fee. Nina, please let us know what other proof one can hand in to show they will go back. Yeah. Another proof, let me, I'm not sure if I left any, but this is the proof that you need. Remember, guys, whatever I'm saying is very important. Proof to show that you have responsibility, or things that will make you go back. One, if you have an under 18 back home, that's a proof. Yeah, you're visiting and then you're going back because you have an under 18. And we all know and believe, and by law, under 18s are always, they're looked after by their parents until they're 18. So if you have an under 18, then that's a proof. Another proof is, as the way it sounds, but yes, when you are married, if you're a man or a woman, your marriage certificate is key, is important. It doesn't have to be a marriage certificate. It can be, because most people back home, they marry through customary. You can do it through their lawyer, and they write, there's something they write to show that you people are customary married. So you showing proof that you're married, and by the time you'll be coming to the UK, your spouse will be back in Kenya. That is something to show that you're going back. Yeah. If you have a business or you're self-employed, showing the bank statement, showing how much you earn, showing that you're the one that runs the business, it's a proof to show that you'll be going back, because you won't just leave your job to iishe. Yeah, you won't leave. Yeah. Another evidence is if you are employed. So if you're employed, you will have your boss write a letter with a letterhead that you are their employee, and they are aware that you're coming to visit the UK, but they are expecting you at this time. Of course, you would have told them for how long you're visiting and so on. So they stamp the letter. That's an evidence or proof to show that you have responsibility or something to get you to go back home. So I hope, yeah. So far, I would say those ones. Yeah. So one of them, as self-employed, show something that shows you are key, you're very important on your job, like you have to be back. Eh? And if you're employed, your boss can stand on that. And then, so this is the same thing as if you have a sister or a brother, or you're inviting a child who is under 18, then they can get this, they can be supported by the headmaster by writing a letter to say they school in that school, and they are just coming for holidays and they'll be back. Like that is supporting them to be given a visa, and they are expected to go back home. I hope I've answered that, Nina. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you so much for staying around. Rahab, if I have an invitation letter, what else am I supposed to have apart from that letter? So if you have an invitation letter, that means someone have invited you, and when they invite you, that means because that means you've connected yourself to that person. You're going to live in their home. Yeah. So because you will be living in their home, they will ask you everywhere that you're going to live. Yeah. But in this case, if someone have invited you, primarily it shows that that person is going to host you in their house. Yeah. So if that's the case, then they have to send you the invitation letter. They have to send you their bank statement, because you know what it means. If I'm hosting you in my house, I should be able to support you with certain things, that is food, shelter, and so on. So the only way that I can prove that is by showing them my bank statement. So you need the bank statement of the person that is inviting you. And also you need a proof of address. A proof of address can be a letter, because here we pay gas and electricity, we pay internet and telephone, we pay council tax, all those things. So they need to send you that letter because it has their address. It shows where the person inviting you lives, like an evidence. Because even if I send you an invitation letter and write my address, it's not evident that I live in that address. Yeah, anyone can cook that. But me sending you my they have a name. The bills have a name. I'm forgetting the name. But that one will show you, because it's like when you have, which company do you have in Kenya? What do you like? Example, in Kenya, what do you use? Like if you have you pay monthly with Safaricom your Wi-Fi. Yeah, so that is your address. So if your address is 6, then that means it's the right address that you live in. So you have to you have to show them a proof of evidence of the address of your host. I hope I'm making sense. Because sometimes English, you feel like you're repeating yourself. Yes, so you need that. And also, what else you need? What else do you need? Ahem. It's important you include your a proof of relationship. What relationship do you have with the host? What relationship do you have with the host? It's very important. So if you're friends, then it's important if you had like 5 years ago, a photo of 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that you've been together, you've met, those evidences, yeah. But if the person is, for example, for me, if the person is my mom, then the proof of evidence, then it's my birth certificate, because my birth certificate shows her name as my mom, my biological mom. Yeah. So that's how it is. So it's very important. Relationship, showing the relationship is very important. Even if you state there, you have to show evidence. What is your relationship? Aha. Yes. So Nina, what about property title deeds? Yes. They're very, very important. And if you have title deeds, it really plays a big role. Yeah. So you do not have to have so much money, because title deeds, they're assets, and that's just money. And what you're supposed to show is that you can take care of yourself while you're here. So title deeds or properties, they play a big role. Thank you, Nina. They play a big role. Yeah. Oliver, hello, Tesh. Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Oliver. I've shown up today. I've shown up today. Nina, utility bills. Yes, they are utility bills. So your host need to send you utility bills. The utility bills have the name of your host and the address they live in. That is enough evidence of to show that is the address that your host lives. What about my cousin? How can I prove? This is I would say this is a tricky one, but all I would say is making sure all the right paperwork, you have the right paperwork. When they write when you are writing your relationship, when you say cousin, yeah, if you have you know, if you have photos, if you have mostly, you know, these photos that we play with, these old photos, maybe we were brought up together, and then we have a recent photo from probably 5 years ago. Those ones, they can play a big role. They can play a big role because also the reason why I'm saying photos, yeah, photos for, you know, people that you have far relationship and also your friends, it's also works for spouse visa. Yeah, so for spouse visa, what happens is you show your photos, right? They will check your photos, and they can go to a point that they check your, they even check your what are they called, how you communicate, your messages. Yeah, they check your messages. And what else do they check? It can be your telephone history, how often you communicate. Yeah, and they can even plan for an interview. So in that interview, the questions they're asking, if it's probably, for example, if it's me, my husband inviting me to come over to join him, then the question they're asking him and the question they ask me, they should rhyme. Yeah, like, where did you meet? How long have you been together? How long have you been together before you got married? Do you have children? So that's why it's important. Like, that's why I'm including photos, because photos, if you there's they during the when you're doing your application, there's somewhere that they give you a chance to write any extra information. Yeah, so when you're writing that extra information, you can write, I have attached with photos with my cousin. And it's also important to mention, you can mention if it's your maternal side cousin or it's your paternal side cousin. And the first one, maybe you've labeled them. The first one, it's 15 years ago or 20 years ago, we were doing this and this, and I've attached the recent one that we met in Dubai or Kenya or blah 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 blah, something like that. So with that one, they will see that you have had a continued relationship. Yeah, I hope I'm making sense. But I would say make sure, if you have somewhere that you know there's a weakness, like that one of proving the relationship, make sure everything else is on top, and then now include, you know, this one, the photos. Because if at all they doubt it, if your cousin has done the invitation. Another thing, let me mention, if someone invites you, please make sure you write a letter to say that you are happy when the decision is made. You are happy to join your cousin because we haven't seen each other the last 3, 4, 5 years. I would love to see where, you know, like to show that you're in the same page. Because let me tell you, something as small as that, they will say, yes, you are invited, but it doesn't show that you agreed the invite to the invite, or it doesn't show that you would like to honor the invite. So please make sure that you write a letter to, it doesn't matter how many letters, just don't leave any room for questions. Yeah. So if I invite you, make sure you write a letter to show that you're happy. You're happy to come and visit me. You see, like you're agreeing to whatever your host has written there. Yeah. And I'll keep insisting, please make sure your bank statements are genuine. Make sure your birth certificates are genuine. Make sure if you're invited, you know the person. You know, like if you have families, we do not meet as often. So probably there's someone, unless I say here, there's someone that we know each other, or my cousin, but they don't even know I have 3 children. They don't even know if I'm married, probably, or I have children. You see, they don't know what I do. So those are the things, again, they are very tricky. Yeah, those things are very tricky again. Why? Because let me read something. It's because there's a phone going. And same birthday cards or gift proof. Yes, yes. Did you hear that, Rahab? Yeah. So if it's your cousin and it's someone that is inviting you, definitely that person. And that's why I say getting invited or coming to or inviting someone, it's something that you have to have pre-planned. You don't wake up and make that decision, because there's a lot of evidence that are needed. So if it's your cousin and that cousin is willing to invite you, that means you have kept contact. So it's very important they see, those birthday cards or gifts proof. And also I've had it sometimes, I don't know if it's possible, but to retrieving the messages, like when you're wishing each other happy birthday, or maybe you had something family wise and you had to come together. All those can really, really support you. So Rahab, I hope your question have been answered. I hope your question have been answered. Seems I've spoken a lot of English today. Same, at least gather evidence for 6 months. Thank you so much. Yes, gather evidence. That's why I'm even and that this brings me I've had people requesting to be invited, or if I can invite them. And sometimes I say it's a very tricky situation, because invite is not enough. Invite is not enough. You need so much when someone is inviting you. We also need to have a relationship. Yeah. And that's why I said you can come in, you can visit UK as you, coming as you, like you want to see London, and you apply your visa on that ground, because you want to visit London, you want to visit Wales, you want to know where Manchester is because you're Manchester, like that. You can do that, and you can do your paperwork on that ground. But the moment there is something about you wanting to stay with someone here, so they have invited you, then that's get a little bit complicated, because that means my paperwork counts. Your host paperwork counts. Yeah. And I was watching one of the ladies. She's a content creator, and I of course, even her, she's had people asking her to invite them, and she even told them that she's not that country's citizen. Yeah. So you might feel it's not like someone does not want to invite people, but it takes so much. It's not an easy process. So that lady saying that she's not a citizen, that is a reason enough not to be able to invite you. Yeah. Because remember, we have so many kinds of visa. So someone might be in Finland, Germany, UK, US, all those countries, but how they're living is not the status they're living in is not the same status as me. Yeah. So I might be living here. I have probably I'm living as a student. Yeah. Somebody else is living as a citizen. We are okay. Let me say, probably we are all Kenyans, but someone else her status is student. The other person, her status is you see, like now we have all these tier two visas. People are coming to work. Some people are living with us that visa, with the tier 2 visa. I'm not saying they cannot invite, but you will find someone have to be in a certain status, because you see, like a student, when a student invite you, probably they're inviting you to come for their graduation. That means that student maybe lives in a hostel. Your status will be different, because yes, that means you have to show where you're going to live. Because if your son or daughter is living in a hostel, yes, they have invited you, they have given you the letter for invitation to their graduation, They have shown a school letter that they are graduating, but their address is a school hostel. So where are you going to live? So every case, although you are going to come for that graduation with a visit visa, but their case will be different. Meaning, you will have to probably show them you've taken an a hotel reservation for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Yeah, I hope we are together. So, and also, so they might check because I'm a student, and I'm inviting you to my graduation. They don't expect me to have that so much money. So where does that leave you? You that you're coming, you're the one that should have a good bank statement. Yeah. So it's all about balancing how you are coming, the reason you are coming, who is hosting you, and so on and so forth. The small things are key. The small things that I've mentioned. Relationship is very key. Very key. Evidence of the money in your account. It's very key. Yeah. And remember, guys, all the information, or a disclaimer, all the information that I'm giving here, it's just by through experience. It doesn't mean that I do not work with immigration. I'm not an agent. It's just that information that I feel that it can benefit people out there, and and make things a little bit easier, because if you know what you need, then it's easier for you to do your paperwork and come to the UK and fulfill your purpose. Yeah. So yeah, Rahab, I hope I have answered. And I've seen this lovely lady, she's written, at least gather evidence for 6 months. So it is a journey. Gather evidence, because yes, it's the things that we take for granted. You can see, like me and Rahab, now we check on each other, yeah, but we take it for granted. But not until the day our relationship is up there, we are friends, blah blah blah, I'm coming to visit where you are, or you're coming here. That's when we are like, oh, but we've always, you have all these conversations, so those conversations are very key. Yeah. Those birthdays, knowing when they were born, knowing how many children they have. Knowing how many children they have, knowing their status in life is very important, because they don't let you very easy. I will tell you something. It's very funny. It's very funny. So my mom was telling me when she came, yeah, like from the airport, because unfortunately I couldn't go to pick her up. So my husband went to pick her up. So, of course, as much as you've traveled, you've come in so many times, they always get you at Heathrow. You will survive all the airports, but they will get you at Heathrow. So, and she was asked, I think, what was the question? They asked her, the last time she was here, how long did she stay? Remember, they are not asking you because of any, so you can still ruin yourself when you're here. That's why when you're doing, mostly, I would say, the country I am in UK, it's very good to be honest and genuine. The reason why they're asking you that, it's not because they don't know how long you stayed here. They know, because they're holding your passport. And remember, they exited you when you were going back to your country. So they know, but they want to know your answer. So my mom told them, me not speak English, because she's not fluent with her English, and it's legit. I was laughing last night, because that's what she was told me. So she told the lady, me, I don't speak English. And what did the lady do? Thank God to the technology. So they would write in Google for her in Swahili, siku yako ya mwisho kuwa hapa ulikaa kwa muda mgani? So my mom will tell them 4 months or miezi minne, and then now they will check miezi minne, they see 4 months, So they want that you being honest and genuine, because that's how that's how long she stayed for. And they have all your details, they have all your documents, they know how long you stayed for. They are just checking. Yeah. So it's the same questions like if you came in as to visit your cousin and so on and so forth. So they will ask you probably how long the last time you saw your cousin, and where does your cousin live. So another thing, please, our addresses are complicated. Our address, so I would say for like our moms or something, they just let some things slide there, but they will ask the normal questions like, what are you going to do? So they will put that in Swahili. Unakuja huku kufanya nini? Of course you will say, mimi nakuja kuona wajukuu. If you're not listening to Swahili, if you don't understand Swahili, but what I'm saying is they will ask like my mom why she's here, she's coming, and she'll say she's coming to see her grandchildren. You see, but all this translation and Google is helping. But again, the younger you are, the more the complicated questions there will be. So they might ask a little bit complicated questions. Yeah. Again, someone like my mom, because her English is not fluent, they know she's just coming, and they can see she comes and goes. Yeah. But if your English is like, they will know you have chances. So, and that's why where the evidence of you going back comes. Yeah. So yeah, I would say don't give up. If you go for your decision and it's not what you expected, work towards what, because they tell you, check what they have said there, correct that mistake, and then try again. If your decision is positive and your decision is yes, all I can wish you is all the best. And you come, you visit, you do what, you come for the purpose, that the reason why you applied for the visa. Yeah. Rahab, thanks Tej for answering my questions. I'm so humbled. Rahab, always here for you guys, always here for you, girl. So any question, just ask. Remember we are here to learn. You can see some of the answers is from other people, from other viewers and supporters. We are all here to learn. I do not know everything, but what I know, I share. And sometimes what I don't know, I go ahead and research, because that's how we learn. And most importantly, I also learn from the comments. Yeah, I go checking the comments and I learn from them. And guys, I am so happy. I am a happy person. If you're from Kenya, mimi hapa nafurahia tu Fanta na mkate. Yeah, it's not like it's not here, but you can find some things from here or from Amazon, but the prices are high, and it's always, at least when it comes directly from home, it just feels good. It just feels like you're home. Anyway, guys, I hope I've answered all the questions. And if you have any question, don't forget, I'm still Teshwa Jogona on Instagram, Teshwa Jogona on Facebook. And guys, we've been constant. We are not moving. Subscription is constant. Please, 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 if you feel that the content that I make is beneficial to you or your sibling or any other person, your friend, please share it to them. Go ahead, subscribe, comment, like, share. I like comments so much, because they know, I know if we are communicating, because it's a way of me and you guys interacting. And then we haven't reached 1,000 subscribers yet. Yeah. So let's go crack on. Let's push it. Let's get to 1,000 before New Year. At least we can see, because it's good. It's always, it's by subscription that I will tell, oh, I'm reaching people out there, and so on. And also the analytic, it shows that the subscription and the people watching is 50-50. So in case because even me, I found myself watching people I love so much, and then I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I've been watching this content for this long without subscribing. And because sometimes you forget. Yeah. So if you check on the videos, on the YouTube, it's red. So if it's still red, you haven't subscribed. Yeah. When you subscribe, it will go gray. And remember, it does not charge. It's a way of supporting me. Jennifer, hi. I have been following you. Can you connect me with a genuine agent who can connect me, how I can make it there? Oh, Jennifer. For me, I would say at the moment, because initially when we started, there's a lady who commented about what was her name? She follows me and my content, and she did, yeah, I think that was Alice. She did say that she followed a content I made about Alpenbest, and she forwarded to her friend, who has since then applied for a job, and they asked her to send more credentials. So if you check my content, most of the time, rarely do I put in an agent. Yeah. And that's because I have to be very sure that that agent is genuine. So like this one, Alpenbest, the reason why I had put Alpenbest there is because there was evidence of them bringing people, and then they were not asking money firsthand. They were not asking money. But most agency, you will find that they do ask money. And there's an agency that I spoke about. I can't mention it, but that agency, someone sent me their all their details, and I would say the agency, they are showing that they're bringing people, but the amount of money they're asking, it's a lot of money. And that money, you have an agreement to pay within, I think it was 4 months or 6 months. So for me, I do not, mostly, unless I'm sure about an agency, I do not mention any agency. And that is to avoid any, like, I don't like putting myself there. So I will come give you the information that I have, and then probably you go ahead and find a way that you can find an agency, or you can find more details. But whenever I find an agency that I'm sure of, I will come here and give out the details, like the way I made that content about Alpenbest. Yeah, and again, I do make this content raw and as it is, because yes, and I always push. You see, like the paperwork I did is visit. Someone else will pay to do the same paperwork. Yeah, someone else will pay for someone to do the paperwork. But everything is on the government website. Everything. So some of the things we pay, we do not really need to get to an agency. But if you have to, then there is agencies. But for me, I'm not sure of, at the moment, I'm not sure of any agencies. So Jennifer, I hope I've answered that. And then you see, like this genuine agent, you see, it's a very tricky affair. It's a very tricky affair. I would say it's when you know how you're coming, when you know why you're coming, then it's always like, if you ask me questions on that range, you see, like now we have questions about invitation, but by cousin. by a cousin. If a cousin invites you, what do you need? Something like that. So the person is looking at being invited. Then we know how to, I will know how to answer that question. And then if you're coming for work, which work are you looking at like which work are you looking at? Because remember, at the moment there's those skilled workers visa, and there is health and care workers visa, and remember there's nurses. If you're a nurse in Kenya, you do not even need any agent. No, not in Kenya. If you are a nurse all over the world looking forward to coming to work in the UK, you can even do that paperwork by yourself. Why am I saying that? Because you are on the shortage list. Everything you needed is listed. You need is listed. So all you need is to make sure that you have all those things that you need. You need the ILTs and all those things, and then go ahead and apply. But we know there's this, if you're a nurse, there's this, I can mention a page I have seen, Kenyan nurse. They show you, they look for a job. They show you how to, they enroll you on IELTS and those things, and so on and so forth. There is evidence of their nurses coming from Kenya. You see them in Heathrow landing and so on. I'm not selling their agent. I'm not advertising it, but you can see like their work. So I would say if it's the work way, then you can see that agent actually they call themselves Kenyan nurse. You can see their work. So when it comes to coming and being able to be led in the right way, I would ask how are you planning to visit the UK? How are you planning to come to the UK? Is it work? Is it visit? Is it student? Yeah. And I would like to mention another way you can come to the UK. Thanks a lot, Tesh. I wanted caregivers. Okay. Caregivers, they're still, I would say the visa is still on. The visa, I'm not sure if you guys have had something, but as much as Kenya came out of red list from everything that was going on, that red list is from, everything, we know what is going on. Kenya is at the moment on amber by WHO, World Health Organization. Yeah, they have put Kenya on WHO, meaning that they are not encouraging, like when you apply a job from third party, when you're recruited by a third party, it's like they're discouraging that. I would like, if you're a person that is coming, please read what that means when WHO puts a country on amber on that ground, because they feel that we will be left without services, those services that are being recruited overseas. But all those people that have directly dealt with employers, or you're dealing with employers, and that's why I wanted to do a content, Jennifer. I wanted to do a content of how you can apply. So meaning you're applying from the employers. Yeah. So if you are lucky, then you get the employer recruits you. So you're not using third party. Yeah. So I will do that. Hopefully I will be able to do that content so that it will enable you to see the steps that you can try to try and apply. But if I hear that things have changed, remember, things are changing every day. Things are changing a lot. So if I hear something, if I hear like the status has changed again, now people you can use third parties. And also if I hear, you can use third party, and I hear of a good agent, because there is good agents. Yeah. But how things can turn around, that is my fear. That's why normally I do not talk of them. Yeah, but I will try as we wait and hope to get a good agent. I will try and do a direct, like how I did a content of how you can apply a job through Indeed. So I will do how you can apply a job through the companies directly, and then you can try that. You can try that. I hope if you are going this route, then please try and have all the documents, proof of English, listening, and it's, what is it called, speaking and understanding. You have academic qualification to show that you can do that job, you can do the care job. Yeah, so make sure you have all those before you apply, because again, that puts you in a better position, because at the end of the day, your CV sells you. Yeah, your CV sells you. Make sure you've done all that and your CV is good. And then one of these days I will do that qualification. And Jennifer, I hope all goes well. If anything changes, if I know more information, yeah, I always come back. I will come back. Yeah, I'm sure probably you haven't. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I can see thumbs up. I can see thumbs up. Yes, I can see thumbs up, and I know I have branched a little bit from from the title, but guys, we are here to learn. We are here we are here to have, and this is a chance. This is a chance you can ask any question you feel like you have, because at the end of the day, it's still, if you ask about work visa, then it's, yeah, everything is visa. Everything is about visa, the visit visa, the work visa. Okay, Jennifer, I will appreciate very much, Tesh. Be blessed, because you have open heart, helping, waiting anxiously. I will. Please, if you've seen me missing, missing in action, it's because life has taken me. I've been really, really busy. I know you guys, I know if you've been following me, you know my trend as a mom and everything else. But hopefully now, because as you've seen my mom, so I have, for a few weeks or months, I will have help. So that means my hands are not as tied as they were before. So I'll be able to get more information, more content, Jennifer, and then we will see how it goes. If you're here and you feel that you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask the question. And just know, if you've just joined in and you feel like this video has been okay, or you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I will really, really appreciate. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It's a way of giving me, telling me, girl, continue finding that information. It's helping us out there. And I would like to say, if this is a bit out of, it's not the visit, but if you are in a position, that you can come as a student, then that's another way you can come as a student. A student, of course, I did. I'm sure that content wasn't watched as much, but I believe it's because we all want to come in different ways, and probably it's not because people didn't want to come as a student at that time. But if you're a person that would like to come as a student, then know that, of course, I do understand other factors constant. I do understand the initial coming as a student is very expensive. So I would say, if you have siblings, if you have a child, and you would like them to start building or come and learn here, then it's very good, because it's the initial one is, yes, it's expensive, but after that, that child will be able to support in paying their school fees. And before you know it, the 3 years are over, they've finished their education. Remember, this is what I'm going to say. If you are any other outside UK and you're applying as a student, the first place you go is UCAS. UCAS. You apply there. They give you 5 choices of university. Shalane Dutz. Hi, guys. Hi, Shalane. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I do appreciate. Yeah, so you apply in that UCAS. The reason why I'm saying all you need is a sponsor. Someone that is, if you're a child, that is, you need a sponsor, that, and the sponsor is your parent. If you're an adult, you're sponsoring yourself. So you will find that at most, I would say they want a block of 10, to see a block of 10,000 pounds. Yeah, so 10,000 pounds is, let's say, multiply that by 145 Kenyan shillings, yeah, depending on which country you are in. So let's say even if it's around 1.5, don't quote me on that. I've just given a rough estimate. 1.5 million, a block of it. As a parent, if you're the sponsor, if you're sponsoring your child, and if you're the one sponsoring yourself, then that's the money that you're needed in your account, more or less. Remember, go to www.gov.uk, get all the contents, get all the information. That's where all the information is. Yeah. So you apply on UCAS. UCAS give you 5 options. When the university that takes you, it will support you with a letter that will enable you now to apply for your student visa. Yeah. When you apply your student visa, let's say you're coming to, I don't know if there is a university called Manchester University, but let's say you're coming to Manchester University. Remember, they have taken you, they have given you your offer, like if it's a conditional offer, blah, blah, blah. You've spoken to your university, how much they would like you to pay as a one. Anyway, if you have good qualification and you get a university here and you have that block of money in your account, as a student, you will come. Yes, you will come. Maybe you're coming for a degree. You come here, you are allowed to work for 20 hours. Yeah, 20 hours a week. But you can work as much as you want during your holidays. So it all depends on what you're coming to do in uni. Because I would say if you're coming to do medical stuff or health stuff, you do not have much, a lot of holidays. But people, as long as you come here, you are able to work. Until only when you earn, I was reading, and only when you earn up to 15,000, 15,000 a year, annually, 15,000, that's when it might end up to questioning if you are really a full-time student. But again, you are the only one that can bring doubts if you're not doing what you came to do in school, because you have to pass. You have to pass your years. Yeah. You have to pass your assignments. You have to pass your, whatever you're doing, placement, you have to pass your everything. You have to pass it. But remember, you can work alongside. Yeah. Remember, the first year, you might even be able to pay if you're coming the first year with your family, yeah? Because they want you, when you come here, you start planning yourself. 3 years down the line, depending on the course you've done, and mostly if you've done nursing, mostly if you've done anything to do with health, you will get your visa can be easily be turned from a student visa to a working visa. Yeah. And I also wanted to do, I had done that content, and then for some reason, I don't know what happened to the phone, but I had done that content. When you graduate here, you can extend your visa for 2 years. It's called a graduate visa. That visa, it says it's allowing you to find a job. Yeah. It's allowing you, of course, the visa have restrictions, and that's why I always say, please go ahead, go to the website. If you hear me mention a visa, go and look more about it. So there is a graduate visa. You've graduated, it can be extended for you to search for a job. Yeah. So, and on that line, you can look. You are not just staying. You're not just staying. You will still be working. Yeah, because all I always say in the UK, it's up to you. It's up to you. Yes, we will see unemployment as the employment rates are going high in all the other countries. Even in UK, it's the same. There is unemployment. But what I would like to say is there is jobs that can maintain you to support you until you reach or you get what you want. What do I mean by that? You can be in uni doing nursing or pharmaceuticals or all those, or I always say, please forgive me. I always mention health-wise because that's where I fall on the health sector. But there's also ITs. There's also all these jobs. As you learn to qualify, as you when you're in school, when you're in uni or doing that course, you can work. You can work in the till in Lidl, which are supermarkets here, like Naivas. So there's Lidl, there's Aldi, there's Asda. You can work as a cashier. You can work as the people that stock back the things that have run out of shelves. You can work as a cleaner. You can work as a carer. If you're working in the health sector, you working as a carer is the best way to gain experience and know what happens in the health sector. So it's up to, if you choose, you might say there's no job. And this is the thing. I've seen even a lot of my other YouTube creators saying the same thing. You might be a doctor back home. You might be an IT blah, blah, blah back home. But when you come here, you have to lower your standards a bit. And what I mean is when you come here, you find that they have to train you how they want you to work for them. So it's the same thing when you come here as a student, you can do any other jobs. There's so many jobs as you qualify. And even when you graduate, because there's that, you can extend the graduate visa. You have the 2 years. Yeah. When you reach 5 years, remember you've stayed the 3 years as a student, 2 years as an extension graduate visa. When you reach 5 years, you are able to apply for an indefinite. Don't quote me on that, but you are able to apply for an indefinite, and an indefinite is nothing as you have more or less the same rights as a British citizen. So for me, if you have a chance to come as a student, then why not? I do know that the initial part of coming, people find it very difficult because it's not everyone that will have the 2 million Kenyan shillings in their account. Yeah. But that way, if you're hardworking, if you're clever enough, if you know how to maneuver, when you come here, there's no going back. You will finish your course 3 years, go to that. If you want, you can you'll get the job straight on. So you will change your visa from student to working visa, which we are calling now the tier 2's visa. And that means by 5 years, you've qualified. On your 6th year, you are applying for your citizenship. Yeah, so that is a student way. Nina, hope you can create content on how one can stay in the UK after 6 months visa legally. Yes, Nina, if I find content, or if I find a way that someone can do that, I'll definitely create that content. Yeah, if you've checked the way I have mentioned, like the student wise, you can see a student has more option to extend and extend and extend and extend. Yeah, because there's some of the courses when you come, you see, like, if you're lucky, Nina, and you come as a carer, mostly you'll find maybe they will employ you, they will give you a visa for 2 or 3 years. Yeah. When they give you that visa, of course, after, at the end of the 3 years, you should have maneuvered, your way around and blah blah blah. Maybe by then you might want to um to gain a qualification. You might do social, is it social health, social social health, or you might do your nursing or your pharma, whatever you want to do with the with the care, with your care role, because care role, it's like you can branch to so many things. So by the 3 years, if you want to do something different, maybe you can apply for school while you're here. So when you start school, of course, 3 years, I would say they might charge you as an international student. I'm not sure, but it's something to check. Or they might charge you as a home student. So if you're paying school fees as an international student, then the school fees is more. If your school fees you're charged as a home student, it goes down a little bit. Yeah. And then when you're paying school fees as a citizen, then what happens is, as a citizen, you do not have to pay it from your pocket. You apply for a student loan, so the government pays the school fees for you. And then when you graduate and you start earning a certain amount, I would say, I think it's around 28,000 pounds annually, then they start deducting. The amount is not scary, so don't feel like you can't go to uni because they will start deducting that money, because if you are not earning that money and above, they will not deduct that money. Yeah. So it's not like, if you're in Kenya, you know about HELB. It's not like HELB, you qualify, of course you don't have a job yet, but they're coming for you. That's not the case. You will have to be earning a certain amount for them to start deducting that money. So you have seen, there's you coming as an international student, there's you learning as an international student, there's you as a home student, which I think you become a home student after staying in the UK, I think 3 years or 4 years. That's something I need to look. And then if you decide, if you're a good worker, Nina, I'm just giving an example with you. If you're a good worker, you're the person that employed you with the tier 2 workers visa, they might decide to extend it for you. Remember, the longer you stay, the longer you're coming close to you being qualifying to apply for an indefinite. Yeah. So if your employer had employed you for 3 years, but they're like, no, we can't lose this lady, or we can't lose this man, they extend it another 2 years or 3 years. By the time you finish that, you are in a good position, you are in a good place. But because anyway, these days a lot of visa are coming up, and I always say, if a chance comes, please try and grab it, because what happens, the more they come, the faster they come, the faster they're being taken away. Yeah. Because who knew that they will come with the temporary visa? Of course, by now, when are we in November? I don't know who have gotten it, but they're creating visa to be able to, get enough manpower everywhere, because it's not only in the UK. Remember, everywhere in the world there's something to do with manpower. Remember, the world has lost a lot of people. And also, meaning, if they have lost people, they have lost people with careers, others or people that were doing certain jobs. Also, whatever have happened have rendered people with permanent conditions that they will have to live with. So you find that if someone was probably working in a job, but it's a vulnerable job, because if you're working in the care sector, then those jobs, most likely you find that they have to do risk assessment, and if you have a certain condition, then you cannot longer work there. So that means they have lost you. as an employer. So all those, and this has happened the whole world, meaning the whole world is struggling one way or another. And that's why you find, like in the UK, they're bringing their every few weeks or so, you find out they have come up with a certain visa to be able to deal with that situation that is happening at that particular time. So I would say if anything changes or something comes up, I will definitely come and make that content. And also always remember, check. When I mention something, go ahead and check it. Yeah, because these visas are very many. There are very many visas. And if I come and create a content, I will only create a content that is like 10 minutes long. Yeah. But if you listen, what did she say? She said students. And then she mentioned graduate visa. And then you just go to the website, because let me tell you, my content is based on personal experience and the government website. Yeah. And that's why I always say, keep on, go to that website, because government website don't change. Yeah. They will either come and say, we've come to the end of that visa. But you see, like the way who is putting restrictions on, like amber, like Kenya being on amber, the visa is still there. Yeah, the visa is still there. The health and care workers visa is still there. It's just that they have to put restriction on the amount of people that are coming out. Because remember, agency were able to recruit fast than the way the government can recruit. That's why they're putting it like, if it's either you've been recruited by the government, like the way the Uhunye and Boris had that agreement of bringing those nurses here, or either you yourself, you are able to apply directly to your employer. Yeah, let's say probably we have a home called Tesh. Yeah, Tesh Care Home, and you've applied on Tesh Care Home, and you know, me directly as Tesh Care Home, I see, I like this content. I like this content, and I like this person. Yeah, I like this CV. I think we can work with this person. So as a care home, we decide to sponsor you. So that is what Amber means. So what they are cutting off is a recruiter coming in, an agency, someone in between. So it's either the government has recruited you, the government of Kenya, yeah, with the agreements that they make with other countries, or you as yourself, as the first person, you have applied to the employer and the employer have decided to sponsor you. Yeah, I hope we are together. So that is what is happening at the moment. But at the end of the day, like I said, things keep changing. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. Please, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, you've been amazing viewers. I can see comments. If you're there and you have a question, please ask. If you have a comment or otherwise, please do add it in the comment section so that we can learn together. Hello, Njoki, my sister Wajona. How are you? Tuned. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Njoki. Oh, Njoki, I will get back to you. Yeah, I know what happened yesterday. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Thanks for being here. David Tash, thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys, when I hear positive comment or positive, or someone has tried something and it's working, because they say you did this content or about Alpenbest, or you did this content about this and it supported me, I'm always like, oh my God, that gives me another reason to keep going. It gives me another reason to keep going and find content when I can. Yeah. Rahab, thank you so much for sticking around. Rahab, thank you so much. You were here when I started and you've stuck with me. you've stuck with me. So I'm always happy to answer questions. And whenever I'm not sure or I don't know, yeah, I just say I don't know, and we learn together. Yeah, so guys, I hope I've explained that. I know when it comes to visa, everything goes everywhere because yes. But if you've just joined me, we have talked and spoken and everything about visit visa, and it was step by step the steps that people are taking, what is going on at the moment. Because remember, Kenyan was on red list for like so many months. It has only come out of red list, I think it was 4th of October. So this content is raw. Like basically I did the invitation the past 1.5 months ago, and whatever I have spoken earlier on this live, that is what you need, that is what is happening. Yeah, so you might invite someone and the invitation takes long, and it's all because again we understand there is a lot of people who did a lot of visa applications, and they were not the applications did not go through, because what happened is when everything was locked down, then they stopped processing visas. So you might understand why the visas are taking long. And I did mention, of course, they have increased the price. So when you're going there, remember they have increased the price. And we dealt with everything called visit. So if you've missed anything, going the first probably half an hour, 45, the first 45 minutes of this video, it was basically about visit. And then the question was, did my mom get the visa? My mom got the visa. And if you've been here when it started, I've shown you my mom. My mom is already here. So she got the visa. She's here with me. And yeah. So, and I've really, really insisted that do your papers right. Let them be genuine. Let's support each other. If you have a question, please ask. If you know what I don't know, I don't mind you writing in the comment section. Let me know what is there. Let me know what you know, because at the end of the day, no one knows everything. And then we moved to visas, to other types of visas, and that is I have talked about and have insisted, if you are a person that can be able to come as a student, then please go ahead and apply as a student. Go ahead and do your paperwork, because definitely that is, I would say that one you can give it like other visas you can give them 50%, but that one you can give it at least 80%, 80% or 90 if you're coming as a student, because you're going to do all the right paperwork. And what mostly is a challenge to people, of course, I said, is the first money. You know what is supposed to be on your bank, because they have put an amount that's supposed to be on your bank. So that is always a challenge to most people. I will not say everyone. And again, as usual, I will keep insisting, and that's why I I always say where to get the content from. This content is to be able to support someone who can pay the agency, yeah, and someone who cannot afford to pay the agency. So I give this platform to everyone, because I will tell you where the information is, where you can get it. So if you're not able to pay agency, then you are able to try it by yourself, yeah. If you are able to pay agency, then that's another option also, and also it's well and good. But also we do not leave the person that cannot pay agency, because at the end of the day, agency do ask a lot of money. They do ask a lot of money, and some of them, not every agency, some of the agencies do ask a lot of money, and it's not everyone that can afford that amount of money. And also, if you can afford, and this is what I want to say, if I don't want to, that company is, that agency is really known, I would have, some people are here and I know they know the agency, because most of my viewers were sending me to create a content about that agency. That agency, as much as you can see, they have uploaded story of success. They have honestly written there how many times some people had to go for an interview. Of course, when I mean going for an interview, I mean virtual one. You know, these days it's everything Zoom and blah, blah, blah. So you can see some of them have had to go up to 6 times interview to be able to get that, to be successful on that interview and then get that job. Get that company that will give them that sponsorship certificate. Because I keep saying, if you're applying for a job, don't just apply for a job, look for a job that can write sponsorship certificate. Yeah, you're looking for a job that can sponsor your certificate, because that's what you want to take to the embassy together with your supporting documents. Yeah. So that is where we divert. So I'm just summarizing this for anyone that probably have missed anything. So yeah, we've spoken about that and all about the agencies. But if I find an agency that I'm comfortable with and I know it's tick and it's doing its job, I will not hesitate to give you that information. But I did say again, I reduce encouraging on talking about agencies in my platform simply because I might feel the agency is good and then there's a turnaround, and I wouldn't want you to lose your money in the process, to lose your money or blame me, because mind you, sometimes you might find it's what I say has influence, yeah, to people. So that's why I have to choose what I say. Yeah. So if I'm not sure of something, then I might not mention it, because someone might be happy, hey, Tesh mentioned this, and it changes around. Why do I say that? And why am I very careful when I mention agencies? It's because I do have, hello, girl. Are you all right?
Why? You're taking a long time.
What do you want with me? Sorry, guys. What do you want?
I want to watch the TV already.
Go watch upstairs.
But I want to watch the downstairs.
Okay. Yeah. So the reason why I mentioned it's because I had a personal experience. I had a brother who I was encouraged by a person, and he went to Dubai. The person told me that he will help my brother to find a job. What happened is, so he asked me to pay 3 months, because in Dubai, I think you're given 3 months visa. I paid for 3 months visa. And to let my brother, when my brother gets there, the guy said he will help him find a job. So what happened is we paid for 3 months accommodation, and also we were supporting him with transport. If you're in Dubai, transport is very expensive, not by experience like me paying, but because I was the one sending money, I felt the pay. It was very expensive. I don't know, metro, blah, blah, blah. So my brother got to Dubai, and what happened? He only saw the guy the day the guy came to pick him from the airport. So my brother did not have someone to serve. He was gone and taken to they lived in sharing accommodation. Here we call it sharing accommodation, but it's not even our sharing accommodation here. It's not the same as Dubai, because Dubai it's like a room, but it has double deckers. Yeah. So he was taken there. My brother was taken there, and he never saw the guy for a long time. So Mia will be here asking the guy, hey, nani? Now he will be like, oh, I'll see him this weekend, but he's sending CVs like I told him. So all he told my brother is go sending CV everywhere, but he did not have anyone holding his hand. So I think it was 1 week to 3 months coming to an end. So we had lost hope. Yeah, we had lost hope. We lost hope. And we were like, okay, you can go back home anyway, it's okay. You know what happened? My brother found it was very hot. He says it was a very, very hot day. Nina, thank you so much for your willingness to share information. I'll catch up with the rest of the chat tomorrow. Thank you so much, Nina, even for sticking around. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So my brother, it was a very hot day. While just walking, he sent the visa he's given up. A car stopped. And the guy asked, what are you looking for? Blah, blah, blah. And my brother told him he was looking for a job and so on and so forth. To cut the story short, the guy took my brother to his house, fed him and said, I'm employing you. So when he was employed, what it meant is he was employed as what are they called? Like they would carry things in the lorry, then is it delivery? And then they will take them to hotels. So my brother got a job, but if you're in Dubai, you know how it rolls. When you get a job, you have to exit. So he exited, and he went to wherever they go, whichever country they exit. And then when your visa, the work visa is ready, then you come back. Yeah. So he started the job. So when he started the job, and this guy knew now he has started the job. The guy was like, oh, so now he found the job. Now he was taking the glory, but he never helped him. Yeah. So my brother stayed there, and then one of my family members asked me, how did so and so go to Dubai? And I said, the first instant he went, it's someone who encouraged me for him to go there. And then he will look remember, everything that I'm sending, the money I'm sending for rent and everything, it's passing through this person. So this person is eating. That's how he was eating me. Yeah, if I'm making sense. Direct translation ya kukulwa. So I said, this guy helped me, but for me, I feel he's not the right person to use. So if you use him, leave me out of it. Yeah. So I told my family member that. So what happened, my family member asked for the number. So I gave them. Remember, I have put a disclaimer. They went ahead and spoke with the guy. The guy told the lady, now my family member, to send 150,000. She sent 150,000. I don't know how she sent. So this guy in Dubai's number went off. The number went off. So it's not until the number went off 24 hours. That's when my family member is contacting me and say, hey, by the way, have you spoken to the guy that took your bro there? I sent him money and now he's off the phone. His phone is off, blah, blah, blah. And I said, why did you send money? You did not tell me. Now you can't find him. You are contacting me. Remember me, I'm in UK. He's in Dubai. Yeah. So anyway, that guy went like that, off. And that guy had promised, apparently he had done that to a few other people, and he moved to Kenya. They tried tracing him in Kenya. The police tried tracing him. Until now, they've never gotten him. So what happened is, now this family is trying to say, how comes your bro is still there and got the job, but us, we were conned? You see? And me, I'm thinking, I warned you. And the reason my brother has a job, it's because it was fate. He got a job 2 weeks before his visa could if you guys believe, if you believe in God's working, if you believe in miracles, then what I want to say is my brother getting a job was a miracle. Yeah. But now they're starting to, now the blame game is coming to me. And remember, I had warned them. So it came to a point, it was it wasn't a very good thing. And that's why you find me keeping that borderline between agency and coming. There is genuine agency, but we've been conned before, or we've had experience in being conned, and I wouldn't want anyone else to pass through, and most possibly possibly I wouldn't want anyone to be conned because I mentioned something. Mentioning meaning probably I might have thought that agency is working or it's doing well, and then it turns around and it doesn't deliver. Yeah. So, and as usual, as disclaimer, I do say I'm not an agent. I do not work for immigration. It's personal experience and information gathered from the government websites, and I've passed the information feeling that that information will be beneficial to you lovely people that might want or have siblings or families that would like to visit the UK. And also that there are people that just like to know about a country. When you just like a country and you would like to know how the lifestyle is. That's why I create content even with lifestyle of how the shops are and so on, and how you survive as a parent in the UK and so on and so forth. Yeah, guys, any question? If you do not have any question, I would just say I hope I have delivered the message. And if you have any question and probably you're here, you have forgotten it, don't forget, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, and so on and so on and so forth. And if you are here and wondering, has she even answered? Has she answered about her mom? Did she get a visa? Yes, she got a visa, and my mom is here. Yeah. So if you're planning to visit or you're planning to invite someone over, just follow the steps that we mentioned earlier in the content, and you should be okay. You should be okay. Guys, so until next time, it's amazing. I can see we are 10 of us. It's 10 of us here. I would say thank you so much. Tomorrow is a Monday. It's another day. I would say have a good day. Have a good night or day wherever you are. Have a good week ahead. And if you're just joining in, please make sure you catch up with the content. It's very important. It's very helpful. And I shall see you next time. I'm a VP. Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.